Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. And yes, I still have my cold, but we're powering through this. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to sort your crosstab query, either ascending or descending, in your Microsoft Access database. Today's question's actually been on my list for a while, but Debra just posted this in the forums on my website today, so I figured I'd kill this today. So she says, when I run my crosstab query, it's pulling the dates as column headers, but they're all out of order. How can I fix this? She says she's getting like January 1st, January 2nd, January 15th, January 4th. So if you're using the wizard, which I recommend because doing a crosstab query by hand is a pain even for me, it doesn't ask you if you want to sort. Normally it gets your sort, but not always. So you can manually add a sort if you want to. Let me show you how. First, some prerequisites. This is an expert level video, which is more difficult than beginner, but not quite developer. We don't need any programming. Go watch my invoicing video. This is the database I'm going to be using in class if you want to know how this database was built. And if you don't know what crosstab queries are, well, go watch this video first. It explains it in a lot of detail. And basically what Debra is saying is she's getting dates across the top that are out of order. Okay, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, so here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can download off my website if you want to. And in here we got customers, and customers have orders, and orders have order details. And we add all of these up to get the order total. And then we can put that all together in another query to figure out all of our customers, their total orders, and then we can crosstab it with state. So we get state across the row headers, the date across the column headers. So let's start by making a query that brings together just the information that we need. I don't like making crosstab queries with bunches of stuff in it. So we're going to create query design, keep this simple. We're going to need order T. We need our customer T so we can get the state. And we need our order detail Q because order detail Q has that calculation in it where we figure out the extended price. That's why I wanted you to watch the invoicing video first so you know what this is, okay? Basically, each line item has a quantity and a unit price. We multiply those with a query to get the total for each line. Now I can bring down here the order date. I can bring down the state from the customer table. Where's that state? And then I can bring down the extended price. And I got this. Okay. If you have times in your order date, if you have times in there, you can use the date value function if you want to, or just allow the crosstab query to group it for you. So you don't have to do that here. And obviously, if you're doing a real database, you'd probably want to have your order table. You'd want to use is paid and make a criteria, set that to true. But for class, I'm going to leave that off so I have more data. Okay, so I got plenty of data here to work with. All right. All right, let's save this. This is going to be order by date by state Q. That's how I do my crosstab queries. And yes, I try to keep everything singular if possible. Because later on, if you're doing some programming, you don't have to stop and look and go back. Okay, was it orders by date or was it order by date? So I try to keep everything singular. That's just one of my tricks. You don't have to do that if you don't like to. But the first time you pull your hair out because you didn't, you'll thank me. All right, now we're ready to make our crosstab query. We got all of our dates. We got all of our states. We got our extended price. We're going to let the query wizard. I can't talk today. Query wizard. Say that 10 times fast. Query wizard. Query wizard. Query wizard. Okay, we're going to let the wizard do all the grouping and all that stuff for us. So create, and I'm just so used to hitting query design that I miss query wizard right there. We're going to use a crosstab query. Hit OK. All right, where's your data coming from? Go to queries, pick that query we just built. Next, what do you want for the row headings? Pick state, bring that over here. So now your state's going to be over here. Next, what do you want for the column heading? Well, that's the order date. Next, what do you want to group it by? We're going to group it by date. You can group by whatever you want. And yes, it's going to default to the short date format on your computer. I use the ISO date standard. I strongly recommend the ISO date format for everybody. I'm going to change the world. I want everyone to use this date format. I started putting it on my checks and everything when I write a check. The once a month I write a check. Because it's unambiguous. Everyone knows what it is around the world, right? And it sorts perfectly. Even if somehow your dates got translated over to text, they'll still sort right. And that's one of the major problems I see with people with queries. When they tell me their query is sorting out of order, it's because they're doing, month, day, year, or day, month, year, and it somehow they used a function that converted that to text, and that's why it's not sorting right. So even if you do that, ISO will still sort correctly. All right, and this is just a preview. That's just, no, we're not in the year 2000 anymore. They need to update that. All right, next. What function do you want for sales totals? Will be pick sum. I want the sum of extended price. Do you want the row sum on there? Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, that's fine. Next. Going to save it as this. I'm just going to take the word crosstab and move it before the Q, like that. Okay, and hit finish. And there's my query. Okay. Now, notice that the wizard didn't ask us to sort anything. It's just kind of guessing. It's sorting this ascending, sorting this ascending. If for some reason these dates are all jumbled up, I bet you that you've got them somehow saved as text. You converted them somehow in like a previous query, and they're stored as text. So that could be the problem. Now, if your dates are sorted in proper ascending order, nothing to do with the tail end of a donkey, by the way, then we can go into Design View. Okay, come down here, find the field. Here's my column heading, my column header, whatever. And there's the sort row. Just change that to descending. All right, save it, run it, and now notice they're in descending order. Look at that. 316, 315, 314, and so on. What that does is if you go to SQL View, it inserts this line right there. Yeah, I know. This is one of the reasons I don't write crosstab queries by hand myself. First of all, I rarely use them, and I would never remember that. So I just do it in the designer with the wizard, and then I just pop that in there. Okay, if you want to change that back to ascending, you could try forcing it to ascending here. Okay, because like I said, normally there's no sort in there. All right, so you want to force an order by to go in there. Okay, and that could fix your problem right there. Same thing if you want to change the row headings. Let's say you want to make these descending. There you go. Okay. If you want to learn more about this cool crosstab query stuff, I covered in detail in my Access Expert Level 18 class. We go over this, criteria, fixed column headings, duplicate queries, unmatched queries, all the other weird kind of queries like Cartesian products and all that stuff that you can't really easily do by hand. So that's it. There you go. There's your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You could find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the tech help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any tech help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for tech help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningszone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.